Right? Okay, we're live.
Hello.
Welcome. Yay. So we could just give you all a round of applause for watching this and for all of you that are here live with us. That is super exciting. Yeah, that's right. Go. Woo woo. Okay. So we just watched that little it's not even a seminar video, but I was thinking, Cheryl, as you said, it's a huge part watching all those national sales directors debut because that happens at seminar every single year. And to me, that's the time where, just me personally, I'm like, oh, okay, grab the tissues because I'm about to see someone's dream be completely realized and she's going to walk through it. Like, that is so powerful to me. So every time I watch that video, I just think, that happens every year, national sales directors. And so it's a huge part of seminar to me to realize the vision is alive and well for anyone who wants it. So I'm the welcomer. I am so excited to see all of you guys here, um, and ready to go on our Google Hangout. And you know what this means. I just hope you guys know what this really means. Do you guys know what this really means? This really means that we got it to work and we get to do more of these. How fun is that? So we got it to work. It's recording, which is awesome. And the whole purpose of tonight, honestly, is to stretch our thinking and stretch our vision when it comes to seminar. And I think the great thing is, even if you've been before, um, we have a lineup of the most amazing sales directors that I personally know. I don't know about you guys, but that I know that I love to work with. And we each just want to share from our heart, and also share lots of strategy for you so that you can make this seminar not only happen, but wouldn't you love it to be the seminar, honestly, that you look back at and you're like, yes, yes, because of that,
hmm
we now have this change in my life and in my business. And so I think there's a difference. Jan, can you push mute, my beautiful friend?
hmm
Okay.
Oh, I thought I was on.
No, you're good. You're not. I just hear papers and then it's flipping and then I get confused. But you're good. Um, so I just think, there's a difference between us attending a seminar or attending your Monday Night Live meeting, seriously, attending career conference, attending anything. There's a difference between just attending and having fun and enjoying a girls' weekend, which if that's what you want to do, go for it. Have fun. But there's a difference in your mentality with that, or if you're like, no, here's what I'm going after, here's what I'm focused on, and this is going to make a difference in my life. I think those women come home and make a difference, don't you? I think so. So I want to introduce, directors, we're going to pass like the virtual mic. Okay, so I have the microphone right now, and then I'm going to pass the mic and I'm going to push mute. And that's how it's going to go because we're going to hear from everybody and we just have some really important things that we think were important concerning seminar that we wanted to share. So I'm going to pass the mic to beautiful Offspring Sales Director Amber. Amber, take it away.
Okay. Um, Now I see myself and I can't see anybody else. Oh, there we go. Okay. Can everybody hear me okay? Because I'm in a spot and I'm hoping that at least give me a thumbs up or something that you can see me or hear me. Okay, thank you, Bev. I've seen that. Okay. What I know is that, we go to have our cups filled and we go to have a great time and we go to learn and we go for so many different reasons. But what I wanted to tell you is that, I started, it's been 3 years ago, this Saturday. It's been 3 years. And I remember, like it was yesterday, Katie saying to me, as a brand new consultant, this is our 50-year anniversary. And I don't know, but I think you should go to seminar. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going. I didn't know what seminar was. I didn't know, I didn't watch a video. I didn't nothing. I just did it because she said, you need to go. And I'm so thankful that I did. It didn't matter that, originally I was on the wait list, and that year we were sold out because it was our 50th. But I was on the wait list, and I was also, not only that, I knew that I was going to be sitting in a room all by myself, that I didn't know anybody because I had registered after registration. And long story short, I ended up in the big arena, up in the nosebleeds, all by myself. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter that I was by myself and that the unit was somewhere else. And I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen to you. I'm not saying that you're going to be by yourself. But what I am saying is that it doesn't matter who you're sitting next to, left or right. It doesn't matter who's in front of you or behind you. We're all, I think the biggest thing that I learned is that we're a group of sisters, and it doesn't matter if you know each other or not. I just sat up there and I just looked at the big picture, and that is what has drove my business. I remember all these women walking across stage, and it was for all different kinds of things and all different shapes and sizes and all different ethnicities, and you see so much. And I remember just sitting there and just bawling my eyes out. Now, mind you, I am like captain of the cry team here, but I just remember sitting up there by myself saying, this is what God had intended for me. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to do. And I'm not looking back. I will be a sales director next year. I will be up there. I will do this. I will do that. And you know what? I've done it, and I'm doing it. And anybody can do what I have done. It's just a matter of making that decision, and Seminar made that decision for me. It was everything I needed. It was everything that has pushed me to where I am today and is pushing me into the future. It's great that we have each other's backs. It's great that we have the support that we have. But that big picture, to me, was everything. It was everything I needed to see, everything I needed to hear, and it was beyond amazing. I think for those of you that are brand new, what I do want to say is that what your sales director is telling you is she's telling you from the bottom of your heart, her heart, and you need to go. You need to be there. You don't need to say, I don't have the money, I don't have this, I don't have that. We're going to cover that tonight too, because you know what? It is more than worth it. It is so worth it. Just listen to what your sales director has to say and figure it out with her. Get there. Find a way. Be that make a way, find a way girl. Katie, I don't know if there's anything else that you want me to cover as far as my outlook on Seminar. I mean, I was brand new. I was, like I said, weeks old, and I went because Katie said, you need to go. So that's what I have to say. Listen to your director. She knows what she's talking about. I promise she wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction. So I don't know who's up after me. I don't have that piece of paper in my hand. I'm really sorry. Katie, can you let me know? I think it's Cheryl, actually.
I am. Cheryl's up. Okay, can everybody hear me? Well, you can't tell me if you're hearing me. You're on mute. Okay, so if there's anyone here who does not know me, I'm Cheryl Clark, and I 35 years on Sunday, actually. Last Sunday, the 24th, was my 35th anniversary with Mary Kay, and I've missed 2 seminars, one because of a stinky attitude, and the first time I missed, or the second time, I don't know what it was. I honestly don't remember why I didn't go. Probably some trauma, but that later on wasn't as much of a trauma as I probably thought at the time. But Amber, what you said about coming right after starting your Mary Kay business, it is so important, because I had started in April and went to seminar, my very first seminar 3 months later. And I just highly recommend it for everybody. I always found a way, made a way, just like you said, Amber, and I know I think Sally's going to be addressing some of that too, but um, anything, would you not agree as women that anything that we truly want, we find a way to get it? We're masters at that. We are masters at figuring things out. That's probably one of the things that we do best. So my topic has to do with reminding yourself every day that you are the CEO, the COO, and the CFO of your business. And so given that you are those three really important roles for your own business and in your business, then that means that you, your COO needs to approve that you're going to attend this event. That's you. You automatically are approving yourself to attend this event. As your CFO, you have to approve and find out where you're going to, how you're going to pay for this, right? So I know, Sally, I think you're going to be addressing that. So that means your registration, and either you were able to register on the 26th or you're going to be registering on the 2nd. But you can already, because you're so committed to going to a seminar, be purchasing the hotel is a given. You'll figure out that, you know, your portion of your hotel room is going to be maybe $50 to $60 max. There's going to be food, much of it okay, but then of course there's going to be some extra expenses and then miscellaneous things and souvenirs and all that kind of thing. So you need to know what your expenses are, but don't let those expenses be something that's, oh my gosh, it's so expensive to do this, there's just no way. No, because the CEO attending this event, and the CEO knows that you're going to increase your business financially. It's going to increase sales. It's going to increase your client base. It's going to increase your referrals and your team building, because you're going to this one event. You know that between now and then, you can earn every single dollar and need in order to attend this event. So when you are the lock, stock, and barrel of your business, you just have to automatically assume that you are attending. Never ever let it not be an option that you're not attending this event. If I can go back to why I always believed it was one of the most important things that I could do for my business, is I did have the benefit of the first 15 years of my business being able to be at seminar with Mary Kay. And Richard Rogers always being the one who gave us the address and telling us how our company was doing. There is nothing more powerful than knowing that even if they are not present, that they are that this business is still alive and thriving today, and the people that are in this company are as invested in our growth as Mary Kay was when she started this company. She started this company for each one of us to be able to have the kind of life that that we desire. And so I just want to, I mean, I can't tell you one certain thing, but I remember that for most of the years I went with my sales director, Polly, who recruited me. And it's funny because you're gonna be at seminar and you're gonna be watching, you're gonna be with all kinds of women. It's the most wonderful way to get to know the different personalities that we all have. And so it was so funny because my sales director was, she was always up on stage back then. She was either crossing stage for Circle of Achievement, or she had, National Court of Sales or National Court of Recruiting, or whatever. But she was so funny because she said, "Oh my gosh, I just can't bear having to go backstage and wait in line." And I would say, "Why?" And she'd say, "Because I'm going to miss the live entertainment." She was so bummed out that she was going to miss the entertainment, even though, you know, it's always on the screens behind. And I was like, I just want to be on stage. So it's just so funny how you can be in the same event, the same, you know, the same thing, and there are just two wildly different perspectives. So just know that when you go to seminar, it is a total blast. It's fast-paced. It's filled with the best people, you know, the best of the best in Mary Kay, and it's all targeted towards your growth. But I do want to remind you of this. I'm assuming that everybody here has a spouse or a significant other, and they see us having loads of fun when we go to events like this. You know, everything about this is just so much fun, and we're so excited about it that sometimes we forget that when we come home, they want to know that we are still capable or planning while we're away to be earning some money when we get back. And so that was something that Bob and I always did. We sat down before I would go to seminar or leadership, and we would just kind of have a little team meeting between the two of us to see just what my expectations were from this seminar and how it was going to impact my business when I got home. He never discouraged me from going to anything because he knew that I was sure happier being a part of Mary Kay than I would be if I, you know, told myself I couldn't go to me. But or was I increasing my expectations for my business when I would attend? And so I would want you to be thinking about what is it that when you go to seminar, when you come home, you will be forward thinking and think about the things that you plan to achieve upon returning home. So not only are you thinking about the excitement of seminar and the registration and how much fun it's going to be, and you know, Katie can't be there this year, but you've got me, and I'm so excited because we're going to have a blast. But while we're thinking about all of this, let's think about the entire time of never telling ourselves that we cannot do exactly what we're going to be seeing all of those women crossing stage for. Because every single one of you who is on this Google Hangout right now, everything that you need to be able to take your personal next best step in Mary Kay. And I just want you to know that going to seminar is not, there is no option other than being at seminar. It is a yearly approved expenditure by your CEO, your COO, and your CFO. I just, you know, that's all I can say is that you have to be there, and you don't want to miss it because you don't want somebody else having all the fun and you're missing it. I think I do Sally.
All right. Yay, thank you, Cheryl. This is weird when I can't hear anybody. Okay, well, I do want to share can you hear me okay? I've got headphones in. Okay. A couple of memorable moments of seminar, and Katie, as you were playing that video, I literally got tears in my eyes because just the music and seeing the faces and seeing some of those ladies from, oh my goodness, I don't even know how many years ago, but then seeing them as they've carried on, and Cheryl, as you carry forward that history and that legacy for us, so thankful for that, and I appreciate your wisdom, and I'm already getting teary-eyed. Okay, so my first year, I had been in the business for about a year, and I went because my director said, yes, Sally, you have to go. And I'm like, great, I'll get away from home and all the 4 kids and all the other craziness that I have. And because I don't know, I ended up rooming with somebody who I had met once. She was my team member who I had met a few months before in Atlanta. And I literally met her once, and then I spent 4 days with her in a hotel room. And I remember thinking as I landed, thinking, oh my, I hope that she's okay. I mean, she joined Mary Kay. She's got to be okay, right? Like, this isn't going to be weird. And that was the quietest seminar roommate that I ever had. I woke up anyway, that was fun. That was interesting. And then I also remember a couple of years ago, on the last day, so that's the day after our awards, and everybody, it was before we started doing awards early. It was a late night the night before. Everybody was up till who knows how long, and that morning we had to get up and pack. So we're all rushing real quickly to try to get there for the last day. And in front of me, I see running down the convention area, well, they weren't really running, they were kind of walking very quickly, carrying their high-heeled shoes in one hand. I thought, that's a national sales director suit. And I looked carefully, and it was Connie Kitson talking to her daughter, who is Kristen Sharp, now NSD Kristen Sharp. And I was just thinking, wow. I always thought NSDs were like super high and weren't real people. And she showed me that, yes, she was a real person. And I was so overcome by that I made sure I caught up to her and said something. And the fact that she talked back to me like a real person was very impressive. And she said, oh yeah, we're all exhausted. Walk in your bare feet, honey, and save your shoes for the stage. So wear comfortable shoes, ladies. So why would you not come to seminar? I mean, it is awesome. It is 4 days away. I think every year I always get a phone call on about the second or third day to say, hey, Sally, can Shay come spend the night, or can Keelan come spend the night? And I'm thinking, sure, great. I don't know. Call my husband because I don't have to worry about it for a few days. But what do we have to worry about? So you figure all that stuff out ahead of time. For those of you who have kids, it's okay. They will live without you. Your house may be a mess afterwards, but it's okay, and it will all clean later. But how do we get there? So the cost. I know many of my consultants that I've talked to are concerned about the cost, and there's only one cost you have to worry about right now, and that is your registration. It's $195 if you registered for a career conference and you attended, and if you did not, that's okay. It's a $225 fee. That you can pay for on Monday, May 2nd. So I like to break things down into either number of parties or number of miracle sets that you should sell. So a $225 or a $195 fee is 2 parties and 4 miracle sets. That's the profit. If you are selling 4 miracle sets, you're basically making about $200, and you can put that directly towards your seminar fee. Okay, so that covers your registration. Then you have to figure out how to get there. And you can fly. Southwest is currently offering a great fare for round trip, about $300. And the reason I like flying Southwest is you get 2 bags for free, and you don't have to pay extra for those. So you can carry all of your wonderful shoes and your seminar dresses and not have to worry about it. Or you could drive. And I know, Cheryl, you have driven several years back and forth with a car full of ladies. Last year, one of my consultants drove from Colorado with her consultants and family. And she actually gave me her mileage and her costs. Her from Denver to Dallas round trip, she has a very fuel efficient car. She literally only spent $106 on gas. Now that's crazy. Very fuel efficient, but you know your own car, so if you're going to drive and you're going to share that cost with a couple of other folks, it's not hard to do that for cheaper than airfare, and you want to take that long time. So that's how you can get there. And then the cost for the hotel, I think most of us, directors, if you are at the Omni this year. So if you're at the Omni and you're sharing a room with 3 other roommates, then you probably have 2 queen beds, and that's going to be about $250 plus or minus tax for a few nights. If you come in and you're only there for 3 nights, so Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night, leaving Saturday, and you're sharing that with 4 other people, your costs are going to be around $214. If you're doing that for 4 nights instead of 3, it's going to be closer to $285. That covers your tax, that covers your hotel. So once again, what does that mean in the case of parties and miracle sets? That's going to be 3 to 4 parties, and it's going to be 5 or 6 miracle sets. Okay. So far, so good, right? All right. Now you're there. You've gotten there, and what about meals? Well, your seminar registration fee does cover 2 of your lunches. It covers lunch on Thursday, and it covers a box lunch on Friday. So that means you're responsible for your breakfasts, you're responsible for all of your dinners, and then any travel food and snacks that you want. So you can do this as a budget a budget breakfast where you bring your own granola bars, you bring your water bottle, and you fill it up wherever you find a nice water fountain or a nice sink. You can bring snacks. Once you get there, you could actually go borrow call in an Uber or a taxi and drive to the grocery store and get some fresh fruit or some peanut butter and jam if you really want to do super cheap. Again, talking to a consultant who came last year, for all of her meals, the entire time there, less than $50. Now, I don't eat that cheaply, so mine I'm going to round about $100 if you're going to be like super thrifty. And if you're like splurge and you're like, I deserve the best, nobody else is here, I'm ordering room service, I'm eating downstairs at the hotel room, you're probably going to be closer to $250 for your meals. So, once again, how many parties does that take? Well, if you're on the budget plan, that's probably going to be 1 party and 2 miracle sets. If you're doing the splurge, I deserve it all, that's going to be closer to 2 parties and 5 miracle sets. You choose. What other things? Maybe a shuttle to and from the airport. If you're flying, you're going to have to figure out how to get from the airport to the hotel. You can take a taxi or you can take an Uber. I've always just done the quick blue shuttle. You hop on with 15 other Mary Kay ladies who are all going to the same place, and you talk from all over the country and you meet some new friends. That's going to be about $60 round trip. You can usually pay for that ahead of time. I think I was making my reservation when I was at the airport and literally had it on my phone, paid for it, and then it was ready to go when I landed. So once again, that's not $60. That's not even a party. That's a miracle set and a foundation. And so here's the best part. Did you know your registration fee includes money back to you? So they used to give us products when you walked out the door, when you signed up, and then you'd carry it home and go, oh, now I have to find the space for this in my suitcase. So they decided to save us that, and we get a retail credit. So your registration fee includes a $70 wholesale, which is $140 retail. So you're basically, I don't know, you're getting paid to attend seminar. I mean, it's kind of awesome. That will be available for you to spend while you are at seminar. So I know all of us are still going to put in our end of the month order before seminar is over, and you're going to have $140 retail to use that end of the month. So if you add all of that up, you're probably going, okay, Sally, you said a whole bunch of numbers. I actually have it in a spreadsheet if you want me to send it to you. Even on the cheap end, if you're driving and you're on the budget breakfast, you're still going to be somewhere around $700 that you need to come up with. Or if you're on the big splurge event, you're going to be closer to $1,000. Either way, the only decision you have to make is just one, and that's registration by Monday. Because you don't want to miss the party, ladies. It's so fun. So totally, that is 7 to 10 parties between now and July 26th. That's not very many. I looked at the calendar earlier, and we have exactly 12 weeks from today until July 26th. So even if you only hold 1 party a week, you still have a couple of extra weeks to have extra parties and make up some extra money. Plus, if you just have if you have 10 parties between now and that date, and you've paid all of your expenses here in advance, to replace your inventory, you're going to be placing essentially a star order every month, almost $600 every month in May, June, and July, because you're having the parties, you're selling the inventory, you need to replace that. That's kind of exciting. What do you think? All right. Thank you. So do I go? I think we've got Miss Kelly now. Kelly, are you ready to go? Okay, I can't hear Kelly yet. I think maybe somebody muted you. Can anyone hear Kelly? Oh, almost.
No.
Kelly.
Mine shows she's on mute.
Yeah, I don't know how to unmute you, Kelly.
Stacy, do you know how to unmute her? It says Stacy Hengy muted. Kevin Bushu.
It's unmuted.
Kelly, maybe you pushed mute.
She's in the car.
Oh. So should we go past Kelly for a minute and come back to her?
She is ready. She is ready, but she is in the car, but she's texting me and she's ready. She's just muted. Okay, so Kelly, let's work on getting you unmuted, and shall we pass the mic to Bev, Miss Party Girl herself? Let's do it. Let's go to the parties.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? My screen is all messed up. Okay. I totally thought that Katie was going to ask me to do the money, but she asked me to do the party. Yay! I'm super excited because I'm earning my first National Court of Sales. So at all my parties, I've been telling all my guests that I'm getting a diamond ring, and they're like blown away by that. And then I tell them that I'm going to be wearing a gown and I'm getting a sash, and I'm like, you guys, I know nothing about being a beauty queen. So I'm always like, was anybody here in pageants? I need to learn how to wave. Katie, I know you're proud. I say that at all my parties. So I think that's why Katie asked me, because she's pulled out my inner beauty queen. I really transformed myself. So I'm going to talk about the parties and the awards night. All I can share is the excitement of what it's going to be like, because I haven't actually been on stage with the sash yet. So, but first I want to share my kind of my moment at Seminar. So I started my business almost 8 years ago just to make a little bit of extra money. Very simple, extra $100, $200, whatever. So when I went to Seminar, I missed my first year because I think I signed my agreement on July 16th, and like I wasn't going to Seminar in 10 days. So I, just like everybody else had shared, was a consultant. I might have had a team member. I don't know. I was always so scared to team build. So if that's you, hey, there's hope for you. I still became a sales director. But I went my second year, and then I always went. I think I did miss one other year. Like Cheryl said, I think I was pregnant for the first time, and I thought, like, oh my gosh, I can't go on a plane. I'm not like Katie. Like, Katie flies when she's going to have a baby the next day. But so I missed a couple. But my moment at Seminar was I was really getting into the place where I was really uneasy and at my job, and I knew I felt like I was being called into Mary Kay full time, but I really resisted it because I loved teaching, and I was afraid. And I remember, so this would have been just a couple years ago. It would have been 2000, I don't know, before I became a director. And I don't even think I was in my red jacket. I might have been in my red jacket, like by the skin of my teeth, maybe. So I just remember being heartbroken and just sitting in a hotel room. And I do think that there are a lot of amazing things that happen at Seminar on stage and at the parties. But honestly, for me, the most powerful parts always happen in the hotel rooms with your girlfriends, and sometimes, like Sally shared, it's with people that you don't know, and these amazing things happen. And so I sat with my director, Joelle, and I just remember crying my eyes out, and you know, she prayed with me and just really helped for guidance. And then, so that was the end of July, and then I went back on fire, as Seminar does to you. The girl afraid to team build, I went on target for my car in September, and then October 1st I went into DIQ, and then I became a director as of February 1st. So it was Seminar. It was being there. It was investing my time, investing my money. and really just being open to hearing and receiving everything that seminar had to give, and being vulnerable with my director, and really helped me go in the direction of what's landed me where I am now. So it gave me a 10-year early retirement from teaching. That's what I always tell people. Okay, so I'm going to share about some of the parties, and I think the best way to do this is by showing. So Katie and I played with this. Katie, I'm going to do some screen sharing. You like that? All right, so parties that you can earn. Let's see here. Okay, hopefully you guys can all see this. So if you go to your In Touch under Events, Special Events, it's going to show you everything seminar that you need to know. And so this is super fun. If you click on Seminar Recognition, Learn More, it's going to take you through all the different things that you can earn, how you can get on stage, how you can earn luncheons, how you can earn parties, how you can earn diamond rings, all these things. So if you just take your cursor and you click on one, it'll give you some of the details about it, right? So this is very detailed. The other thing that you can do is you can click Download the Roadmap, and I did that already. Here it is. So you can print this out and carry it with you and circle and highlight and star all the things that you do not want to miss. There is so much FOMO at seminar, it's ridiculous. You do not want to miss anything that's going on. So this is your way to kind of track all of that fun stuff that you just totally don't want to miss. And then, okay, specifically, talk about some things that consultants can earn. You can earn the Roundup Prize Party. And there's a couple different ways that you can do that. And this is, for the first time, not going to be at the convention center, but it's going to be at a super special place called Gillies. It's really famous. It has, like, I looked it up. It's, I don't know, like 10,000 or more square feet and all these different party rooms and all kinds of fun stuff happening. But this is where the Roundup party is going to be. So there's the different ways start out there that you can earn by completing the Race for Red, being an all-star consistent star. So every quarter that you've been in Mary Kay this seminar year, if you're a new sales director who debuts, so you get to earn that party. So that is super fun. I cannot wait to go to that. And then let's see, consultants. Race for Red is something that you can earn. I have that pulled up. So this is through you and the team that you're building and just tracking your production. So through these different ways, these are different. With your team production, you can earn different bracelets, and then you can earn parties at seminar. And then, like I shared, the All-Stars, being a star all quarters. And with that, you can earn a special luncheon, which, by the way, I earned that this year. I'm super excited. So then I just have to take a moment and say that I'm earning this one this year for the first time. I need some beauty lessons there. Learn how to do my beauty wave. Okay. What else was I going to share with that? I think that was pretty much it. So this will just go through and walk you through how all those different things are going to look. So, okay, about seminar. Let me see if I can get out of here. Can you guys see me again?
Yep, you're back. Yep, you're back.
Okay. So the night of awards is so super fun because you get to be in your room with your girlfriends, with your roommates, and you're like getting ready for a prom, except it's just the girlfriends. It's this huge awards thing, and you get to help each other get dressed and share jewelry, and so get a roommate with really good jewelry. And you can help each other do your makeup and your hair, and then even if you're not going on stage for anything, you still get to go and get all dressed up, and it's just so much fun. And then you go, you sit, you get to cheer for your friends that are on stage, or you get to be on stage, and I don't know what that's like yet, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And there's just such a dream that happens because I think we tell ourselves stories like, I could never do the Court of Sales. I could never earn a pink Cadillac. I could never, whatever, earn a red jacket. And then you go to awards night and you see all these women that are like you, that are not like you, and there's like lots of them. it's not a couple people. It's lots and lots of women with different stories and different backgrounds that are doing it and are providing so much for their family. It brings you to tears. It's so incredibly exciting, and you get to experience that with your Mary Kay sisters. So it's just so much fun. I just think awards night is, I'm not a glam girl, but it's so fun to get kind of glamorous and take pictures and and then afterwards we always go out to dinner. So that is just a little bit about the parties, and I showed you some different places that you can look for details on In Touch if you're a detail person. It's just an experience that you get to have with your girlfriends that's just so much fun. Well, I don't know if Kelly is ready to go yet or not. Kelly, are you ready?
I think I'm unmuted.
Okay, then I'm going to mute myself. Introducing Kelly.
Okay. All right. So can you hear me? Okay. All right. So, wow. So my first year seminar, gosh, thinking back, is I literally walked around, I think, looking. I don't think I ever looked forward. I probably walked into people because it was just something I can't even explain, the experience. Katie tried to wear these ribbons, and we were so embarrassed to put them on. Then we went out and saw everybody was wearing them, and now you like crave ribbons. So it didn't make any sense when we first walked in there, but it's interesting now to look back and think how embarrassed we were, and now it's like you work for ribbons. So, or now bling buttons, or whatever it is, you work for the recognition. It's a lot of fun. But anyways, one of the most incredible moments, which I'm so excited to go back this year, is the first time I earned quota sales and went across the stage. And I remember Cheryl was in back trying to coach me. I was a nervous wreck, and she had lots of wonderful tips because she's the pro. And oh my gosh, I walked across stage and it was awesome. But I think I was so nervous. I got to the end and I saw Katie. I'm like, oh, can I go back and do that again? Because I don't even think I enjoyed it. I was like, I seriously want to turn around and go back and do it again. So this year, I'm going to go back up there on quota sales and really enjoy every second of it and not be nervous. But anyways, seminar is just amazing. Yes, you get to be, we always say in Mary Kay from the day that you start is you get to dream again in Mary Kay. And I believe that's kind of what seminar is, really brings that all together. It's like Cinderella dreams, and it's just really amazing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the expo, which is right when you get there. That's one of the first places that you will go, because that's where like your packet pickup is. If you saw what Bev showed, there's bling buttons and that you can earn for your badge. And the expo is just like, you could spend all your free time in there and learn a lot, have a lot of fun, meet a lot of incredible women. The cool thing is everybody's in Mary Kay, and so I don't know, it's just amazing. But there'll be MK connections, which you've seen online, but you get to actually see some things in person, and they usually have the beauty coats to try on if you don't have one yet. They have some fun gifts that you can purchase that are only there at seminar, which is kind of cool. They have new products that you get the sneak peek at to sample. I remember the last couple of years we had Katie do our eyes at the counter for the big event that evening. So you get to try the new products. You get to all of your questions answered. All of the experts are there, and you just go around and talk to people and ask questions. And let's see, like the star prizes that you see, those are there. The rings are all in cases. All of your prizes, let's see, like the MK Visa card, they're going to have a place in there, and you can go either register, or if you already have one, just go up to them and tell them you have one, I think. And they'll give you a free bag. So you get lots of free stuff in there too if you check it out. The prize patrol's in there. So if you have earned any prizes, that's where you'll pick them up, as in the expo. So it's just like a lot of fun in there. It's like a little, I don't know, huge shopping mall, I guess. All right, and then another thing that you can do on like your first day that you're there is there are the tours of the distributing facility, of the manufacturing plant, sorry, which, oh my gosh, is so, can we do that this year? Because I know last year we couldn't. Is that back on? Okay, anyways, the manufacturing plant is so much fun. We did that, I don't know, a few years ago, and it was so neat to see how everything works. And Mary Kay Corporate is there, like, I don't know, doing skits or taking, you can take pictures by places. And so you're not just taking a tour, there's actually entertainment throughout the whole thing. So it's really neat to see how everything is processed, and holy moly, yeah, we can just jump in the huge vat of the toning lotion, and that would be great. But the other tour that they do is of headquarters, which, oh my gosh, we went back last year. I hadn't gone in a few years, and they had redone the museum. There's a little museum, Mary Kay Museum in there. You get to, they have all of the different products, how they've changed throughout the years, and the director suits, all these amazing pictures of Mary Kay and the national sales directors, and and again, corporate is all there. I think we go by Mary Kay's office, and it's just really, it really helps you really see the big picture behind Mary Kay, the company. So you definitely want to do tours. And then the education, of course, we're going for the education. We're talking about all the fun and the prizes and the parties and the people and the glitz and the glamour, but we are there for education too, and it is like the top education that you will get in this company. You're taught, we're in the arena, and so there's groups with everybody together, which is amazing, especially like at night when the lights are off and that, you look around. But just to see all these Mary Kay consultants in the same room is just insane. And then, so we have things in the big arena, and then they also have breakout classes for like new consultants or consultants that have been in over a year, or team leaders, red jackets, DIQs, directors, and so they have specific trainings for whatever level you're at too, where there's breakout sessions for that. And then everybody comes back together, and in between it all, I mean, it's like you see a Vegas show here and there. It's just truly something that you have to experience. We can't explain it enough. But honestly, what it is, like everybody said, it's the people that you're with. So a lot happens, like I think Bev said, in the hotel room. And then as you walk the halls of the hotel or the arena or anywhere, you're going to run into all the Mary Kay superstars who, like, we listen to trainings of, or hear about, you know, nationals in the company and that. And these, you know, to us are like superstars, but they're just like me and you. They will stop and talk to you. They're so real and down to earth. It's just really a cool thing to experience. But the last thing I'll say is just truly what I find each year at seminar is it just brings home, makes you remember your why. Number one, yes, you get excited. You have new things to think about and to go home and put into action, all the excitement that's going on. But bottom line, somebody throughout, if you open your heart, somebody throughout the 4 days or whatever that we're there will really speak directly to you. And your heart will be full. You'll remember why you do this, and it'll motivate you to go home and really explode your business. So that's what I have.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Thank you. So, you guys, I am going to wrap this thing up. Isn't this fun? Um, and so I remember my first time going with Cheryl. And Cheryl, I just have to tell you, in my book that I share with people during my career chats, um, and Kelly, if you can mute yourself again, that would be awesome. We love you. Could you mute yourself?
I'm trying.
Okay. And I remember, and I show people that picture, Cheryl, of us, our very first time, and then of you and I just a couple of years ago at one of the Power Up classes. And it is amazing. It is amazing. It's amazing. Sally just sent me a text. She's like, how many years? And I had to think it's been 12 seminars. And in order to think that, that you think, well, didn't you go to one of those before? You know what I mean? Like, it might be someone's response, or like, didn't you just go to a conference? Or why do you need to go to that again? Like, don't you know what they're going to do? Yes, I know what they're going to do, and that's why I need to be there. Like, hello. And so it is just so impressive to me, the way that our heart and our mind work together strategically to push us in the direction that we truly need to go. And so I remember my first year with Cheryl. I was walking around with my mouth wide open, my eyes wide open, and I was just following her because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm going. Like, I don't know. This is so crazy. Like, what am I doing? Um, and I trusted Cheryl so much because of her success story that I followed her, right? I'm going to go where she's going. Um, and it was powerful. And I remember the moment she looked at me and she said, are you okay? Like, you okay? Like, she's probably thinking, oh no, this new consultant, like, she hates this. Oh my gosh. And I was just like, I remember that very moment, you guys. Like, I remember that moment. Um, it's the moment when we put Post-it notes on the big wall. If you can imagine us leaving the old arena, the big wall of windows. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Every single consultant got a whatever, Mary Kay cute, pad of Post-it notes. And on one of them, during the closing session, they had us write our goal on it for the next year. And so I wrote my goal on it. You know, I'm going to be a sales director. And I put down all my different goals, and I walked out and I slapped my goal up on the window wall, and I immediately started crying because I just realized that that 4-day excursion that I thought I was going on that was super fun changed my life. It changed the projection of my life. And so I just think if I weren't sitting there, and to me it's about vision. I think when you go to something like this, yes, it is so much fun. And you deserve to be dressed up like a queen. And we will do that. And you'll have the cutest smoky eyes ever. Like, you're going to look so hot. We're going to make sure of it. And it's awesome. But here's why we do it. Because God has planted a vision inside your heart. And when you walk in there feeling like, I'm ready to receive this, you receive it. And when you do, it feels like, I don't know, I've had so many different experiences, but that very moment, I remember my first moment like that when I put that goal up on the wall, was just this overwhelming feeling of, how dare you think that you can't? Like, why do you think you can't do this? You can do this. Because you just witnessed for 4 days. You just witnessed for 4 days women who are living the vision that you have for yourself and your family. And I just think, well, there's no difference with me. Like, to me, you don't need to be size blah, 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 and you don't need to have so many years experience, and you don't need to have a college degree of XYZ. You don't need to have a you know what? You could be in college. You could have a full-time job. You could have no job. You could be married. You could be divorced. You could be in a messy marriage. You could be in a beautiful marriage. Like, it doesn't matter. But what matters is that you're willing to do it, and you're willing to go back in 12 months and say, I did it. And I think that a lot of us go to seminar, and I think a lot of us dream, and I think somehow in the midst of it all, we forget. And that is what I love most about seminar, is you go back to, like Sally said, that video makes me have tears in my eyes every time I watch it. Like, I know what's coming next. I know what they're going to say, but I still have tears in my eyes, right? But the reason why we have tears in my eyes, it's not what they're saying. It's how we're feeling, and it's the impression that we're getting that it's our turn. Like, it's my turn. It's your turn to take that vision that has been placed on your heart and actually act on it with courage and faith, and be determined. Be one of those grit girls, right? Be one of those girls with grit who are going to say, you know what? Life is crazy. And the messier it gets, I tell myself, at least, as I'm sitting in my clean office, I just tell myself, the messier it gets, it means the closer I'm getting to it, right? You're getting closer. And then I wanted to show you this puppy. Sally, this is actually your notebook that you gave me, and I thank you for it. However, inside of that notebook, and I have several, in my new office, I want to line up all my notebooks, right, from all the conferences. I want to line them all up. And inside of these represent the $195 registration, as Sally was talking about, and the flight for $300, and the hotel for X amount of dollars, and the food for X amount more of dollars. But you know what? If I would let all those things stop me, I wouldn't have these notebooks that I take with me to each conference, that I write all of my, I don't know, just your notes and your aha moments, and your just, you know what? I write things in this notebook that people probably don't even say from stage, but it's what is implanted in your heart. Do you guys know what I mean? That happens so many times. And you just go off on your own tangent because that's what you are supposed to hear. So inside of this notebook, you could probably give it a value, right? You could give it a value of, this is how much money I have spent from my checking account, or this is how much money, and I'm just going to put this out there to you guys. My first year, I didn't have the money to go, but I had the faith and the trust to go. So I totally charged that thing. I totally did, because you know what? I knew if I don't have the money to go right now, that means I really need to go. Like, I really need to go, because as Cheryl said, I need to go learn, and I need to be really deep rooted in the why of pushing me to learn more and become better, so that this is never an issue again. When seminar comes up, I'm like, I got it. I've got that money here. I've got it here because my business is producing. Does that make sense, right? So it's not like you don't have to go to seminar having it all together, you guys. Doesn't that make you feel good? You don't have to go having it all together. And you know what? I've gone to seminar before feeling super crabby, like super crabby. And I'm like, man, I don't want to go to this party because I wanted to go to the other party. Like, that's super crabby. Or like, I don't want to sit in this seat. I want to sit in that seat. That is not a good attitude to have. P.S. Not a good attitude to have. But those are the years where I thought, ugh, I don't want to go. Like, I know I'm not I'm not doing what I want to be doing. Those are the years where I went and put my attitude, I didn't even think about what I didn't do, but what I thought about is what I did do. I'm the one who came, and I'm sitting here, and I'm telling myself and the world and the whole company of Mary Kay that I'm ready to be better. And I think the women who are sitting in that arena are all ready to be better, and who are ready to step out and to actually achieve what it is that they have in their heart. And so these notebooks, to me, whatever, put a face value of however much on it. But to me, when I come home and I get to read through these notes over and over again, because it is about education to me, I want to get better, don't you? Like, I want to know how to become a top sales director. And I know that when I go to seminar, I'm in this space of lots of top sales directors, and my notebook is always handy, right? Because you never know what's going to happen, or you never know who you're going to get connected with that's going to help you understand or tweak something or just say something that's going to help. And so it's priceless. I don't care if seminar costs $700. To me, I'm like, I will find the $700, right? Because to me, it's priceless. Because it scares me, you guys. Literally, I get scared to think about what if our thinking was so small that we just had this $700 in front of our face, that we couldn't see the vision that God was giving us for what was coming next, right? Which comes in the weirdest places, by the way, when you're at seminar. The class that you think you already know about is the one that changes your life. So just saying, you never know when that moment is going to happen. But I wanted to just talk about attitude because, there's women who go and they complain about the food. Do you know that? People complain about food. And people complain about their roommates. Then don't room with them. Okay? There's an idea. Don't room with them. Room by yourself. There's people who go to seminar and they complain about their seats, or they complain about their bling buttons. And I'm just like, I don't understand this concept. You guys, we're going to seminar to change in such a positive way. And I'm going to tell you, the women, Cheryl, I love what you said about having a little conference before you go. That is powerful. Because if you go to seminar, and you are ready, you know what you're looking for. You know what you're looking for, and you're not going to know where it comes from, but you know who you want to become. It is powerful because you find it, because you know what you're looking for, and you're not being distracted by the chaos of all the people. I remember at our last conference, super funny story, but I went to go take a shower, and not only was it like no hot water, but the water didn't turn on. Okay, like the water didn't turn on. There was no water. There was no water. And I'm just saying, like, Bev and I actually had a conversation. We're like, this could get a lot of people crabby right now. Like, I wonder how many people are crabby in this hotel because there's no water, okay? But then that could ruin a day. It could ruin the whole a class. It could ruin your whole experience. But I just think, who cares if there's no water? People make water bottles. Like, your hair can go in a ponytail. You can totally make this work. Get your makeup on, go brush your teeth somewhere else, and make it happen, right? Like, make it a great experience. And so that is, and it wasn't seminar, by the way. Seminar does have water. But what if they didn't? I don't know. What if something happened and they didn't have water? Are you going to let it ruin you? No, because it's going to become whatever you make of it. That is my story. Whatever you want it to be is what it's going to be. And this year, me having to sit out this seminar, it makes me a little sad. But, Mary Kay said, death or dilation is what will keep you away from seminar. And this is baby 3, grand finale. And I don't plan on doing those two things very soon. And so guess what? Cheryl said, this is your one card out, girlfriend. And I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yes. You didn't plan a baby around seminar. That's for sure. Darn it. Should have thought about that before. But attitude is everything. And I just think instead of being someone who is looking for something that's going wrong, I just think, you know what? Be that person every day that you can say, like, and maybe you'll never know. Maybe you'll never know, actually. But be that person that someone's going to talk about, that you're that person. And they're going to say, I talked to this person in the elevator. She said something so powerful to me, and it changed my thinking. Or be that person who is, who is maybe in a crazy situation or in a class, and you are able to speak hope and be an example of excellence to someone next to you. So to me, it's about vision. It's about seeing what you want running after it with your whole entire heart and looking back at that notebook that you might say is $700 worth, but to you it's priceless because you know that that darn notebook, if opened throughout the year, it's not just a one-time thing, because those lessons will last you the rest of your career. And they're not things that you're going to find in the city of St. Joseph or Niles or Benton Harbor or wherever you are across the country. You're not going to find the lessons at home. And that is what I know to be true. So mark your calendars, girls. July 27th through July 30th. Yes, talk to your sales director. Just get on board. We love you, and we thank you for being a part of our very first Hangout like this. So with all of that being said, I think we're finished. Directors, what do you think? Did we do it?
Yay, thank you.
Perfect, we did it. So now let's stop this broadcast, and it turned it into a YouTube video. How fun is that? So we'll be able to share it with all of the girls and women that we want to have with us. Close your eyes for 1 second. Close your eyes. Are you ready? Picture yourself sitting at seminar in one of the classes, like you are finding the golden nuggets that you need for your business. And then I want you to look to your left and look to your right and see in your mind who is sitting next to you. What class are you in? What level class are you in? What's happening in your business? What did you just achieve? I don't care, you guys, if you don't have any bling buttons. I don't care. But what I care about is that you go to seminar with a win. So what did you win about, right? What is your finish line? And look to your left, look to your right. Who are those people who they're sitting next to you? And if they're not on this conference right now, you send them this video and you say, girlfriend, you need to be there. This is super important and this is life-changing. They're not going to believe you at first if they didn't come. But afterwards, guess what? They're going to say thank you. So let's be the women that make a difference. And I will see you soon. Love you, girls.